Well, hello and welcome to, yes, you have it, it's Friday. Hello to Michael and Froggy. Welcome, welcome. We are here for week 64 update for Icarus. I'm here with Gao. How are you doing, bud?
I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you doing?
Good, good, good.
Good to hear.
Yeah, I might just suddenly dash away because I am expecting a parcel to come to the door. So forgives if there's sudden silence from me.
It's okay. I can do talking.
Alrighty. Okie dokie. So this week we are week 64 update with new salt and deep freeze for preserving food. Salt and the new deep freeze give players new preservation options. Our dropship landing fixes also continue. Good to know. Good to know. And Michael Stevenson says, I love how they still add and update the game. Oh, yeah. It's a
Oh,
pledge.
definitely.
It's a pledge that they made during the beta weekends, and they have held to it solid and fast.
Yep.
So, I'll start us off this week, shall I?
Alrighty.
Okie dokie. Week 64 introduces our newest mineable mineral, salt. Found around the map on the sides of cliffs and mountains, salt can be used to preserve food items twice as long. This comes with a new bench, the salt station, where you can place any food item along with salt to give it a preserved buff. We're also introducing a Tier 4 deep freeze, which preserves food while it's powered, and have kept improving dropship landing zones and dynamic quest locations, which is always good to know.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so this the salt station. That's tier what?
Tier 2.
That's tier 2. And the deep freeze is tier 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, so it's going to need electronics because it needs power.
Uh-huh.
Alrighty. So there we have a prospector with is that a radar on his back? On a mount?
Looks like it, yeah.
Cool. Alrighty. Salt and food preservation, if you wouldn't mind, please, Carney.
Sure. There's a new mineral to discover and mine on Icarus. Salt. Salt can be found in the wilderness in similar areas to sulfur, oxide, and silica. Salt can be used in preservation, doubling the time it takes food items to spoil. This can be done on the new salt station crafted in Tier 2 and providing alternatives to using ice boxes and fridges. The salt station works by putting any food item on the bench with salt in the other slot. This will produce the salted version of this item for you instantly. So, no crafting time? I mean, if it says instantly,
Well, I
that
think if there's salt in it and you put fish in it, it would turn into salted fish.
yeah, but like instantly. So looks like there will be like no crafting time.
You know how quickly it can take. You know, it takes arrows to craft. I mean, they don't take long at all.
True, true. But
So, well, looking forward to
oh,
testing it.
oh yeah, definitely.
Alrighty. So now
So
we're
yeah,
now we're on to the deep freeze. What do you think of the salt options? I mean, I'm c- I, w-
uh,
I'm kind of actually expecting there to be a slight debuff as far as water is concerned with that.
one would think so. Yeah, I mean, after all, it is like salted version, so you should be using more water.
Yeah. That'd be
Yeah.
interesting.
Well, I will test it out, obviously.
Oh yeah,
I
of
mean,
course.
hmm,
Okay. The deep freeze. To provide even more preservation options, we're adding a new deep freeze recipe and item in tier 4 on the fabricator. Well, and now we know where we've got to make it.
yep.
This is a high tier item and provides unlimited preservation of items inside. It requires a lot of power to keep temperatures below freezing, so a strong power source and consistent stream of electricity is critical. Due to its incredibly low temperatures, the deep freeze will also slowly accumulate ice, providing another source of water for on the go to fill ice boxes taken on adventures. We don't take
Uh,
that many ice boxes with us, do we?
Not really, no.
We barely
So
use them
unlimited.
anymore, to be honest.
Unlimited means it's going to take the function which the freezer had before, or the fridge had before, like unlimited.
Yes, yes,
So
yeah, it's
completely
gonna,
stopping the spoiling.
yeah.
That's good.
So the quicker you can get stuff in a deep freeze, the longer it's going to last you because it'll be like the crop plots. The food doesn't go bad.
Yeah, that's what I read from this.
Yeah, yeah,
And
that's what I read.
also, it will slowly accumulate ice. That's going to be nice for a desert where
Yeah,
you, where you normally can't get no ice.
yeah, yeah. Or you've got to run miles and miles and miles to get water.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
So yeah,
Cool.
it's
So
going to be a nice addition. That's for sure.
yeah, especially for the food characters like mine.
Yep.
Alrighty, so now we've got dropship landing and dynamic quest fixes. If you wouldn't mind, please, Connie.
Sure. So last week we spoke about our ongoing work on the dropship landing locations, dynamic quest spawning, and drop pod locations. And we wanted to give you an update on that work now. The feedback we've received on these changes was constructive and showed signs of improvement on the previous iteration. We're continuing to build on this work this week with more tweaks and improvements aiming to provide dropship landings unobstructed by the environment and closer, easier to access mission reward drop pod locations. Keep providing feedback on these improvements and specific details if you do run into any blockers, such as dropships or landing in trees, so we can address these quickly for you. I landed like halfway in a tree at some point last week, but it wasn't completely obstructed, so. But hey, there's still like, hey, if you still encounter this where you like can't land, can't get out of your dropship, please do tell us and we can fix this in the next update, as in this update and subsequent
Yeah,
ones.
I haven't experienced any of that since they made that update. Only before, so I have nothing to report. I'm glad to say.
Which is good.
Yeah, and there's our favourite compound bow. I don't know if it's a Larkwell one, but it's definitely a compound bow and a good old rifle.
Oh yeah. There's a long barrel on this rifle though.
Yeah, I think it's maybe just the angle at which it's been caught because the arrow is actually pointing more our way, so he's looking a slightly different way, and I just think it's the angle. I
I
mean,
don't know whether it's it's definitely not a shotgun, but I have no idea whether it's the hunting rifle or the bolt action.
that's not the bolt action rifle. That's a hunting rifle. It's always longer.
Okay.
Well, at least I like to think it's always longer. That's what she said.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
there's
I like
there's
it
there's
longer.
there's my parcel. I'll be right back. Do you want to start with the
Right.
change log?
Yeah, if you scroll down, then I can read the changelog. So changelog, as you can see, is mostly about the new salted food and the salt bench. So what do we do? Added salt item and setup, the salting station setup, the talent, actually blueprint, recipe and functionality. I just had a quick look at the salting bench. There's not really a recipe as such. It just says, hey, here's a food item. Well, it's not even telling you the item, so we'll have to see what items we can salt. Like, what do you want? Salted berries or something? Salted carrots? I don't know. Salted bacon with double fat. So we'll have to look into that. The salted alteration has been added, like it's a buff, so to say, on your food item, so alteration, which increases the spoil time by 200%. It's doubling, so it's an increase by 100%, but that's semantics.
I are back.
Welcome back. So it
Thank you.
will mean that like the salads, which spoil before the buff runs out, if you can salt these as well, it would mean the food buff will run out before the food spoils. So that is a good thing.
Yeah.
No longer wasting food,
Mm-hmm.
or at least that's the whole idea.
Yeah. Well, it means basically that like in your open world, you can make proper decent food and put it in the deep freeze and know that it's going to stay until you go to fucking eat it,
Yep.
and that you're not going to be facing, you know, half the amount of food that you had and half of it is spoiled meat or like spoiled food or whatever it is. It's just,
Yep.
yeah, that's going to be good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty.
And Froggy says, bacon, salted bacon with the salt. Will salt not make you more thirsty? Yeah, I don't know. That's what we were talking about as well. Like, will there
Well,
be such a trade-off? If you eat salty stuff, usually it does mean you get thirsty, right?
yeah, but
Yeah.
if any
We'll have to wait and see.
yeah, if anybody's ever seen the Lord of the Rings films, bacon when salted doesn't stay bacon; it becomes salted pork.
Meh. Detail.
So we'd be eating like kings and queens. But yeah, you would expect it to make you more thirsty as a as a
Yeah,
as a debuff. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. So,
true. I'm gonna put a canteen in the salting bench. Let's see if we can make salted war.
what would you make salted water for?
Just for fun. Just for fun.
Alrighty. So where were we?
So let's see. All adding salted station user interface, setup functionality, including various errors. So they set up the errors already. So any errors we get will not be unexpected, but will be custom setup. Good to know. I reckon it will be for things like, hey, you can't salt this or you can't salt that. We'll see. We'll be testing it definitely.
Yeah.
Various
Yeah.
items.
Hi,
Like I
Jason. Good
said,
to see you. Welcome, welcome. He says, salt makes you thirsty if your salt levels are normal. If they are low, it doesn't. Well, that makes sense.
human body does need a certain amount of salt to function proper. That is correct.
Yeah, I have found that the older
Like
I get, the more salt I want in in my foods. I never used to add salt to my food, but I do now on rare occasion. But usually it's just because my body's good. I want salt.
no, but also like on hot summer's day, people like, yeah, you should drink enough because you sweat a lot. And what a lot of people don't even realize is, yeah, you should drink enough, but also you should eat enough salt.
Yeah.
Because if you're sweating, you're losing salt. Your body needs a certain amount of salt.
Yeah, it's not just the liquid that your body needs. It needs that salt being replaced. So
Yep. So chicken soup, for example, is a very good thing to eat on hot summer's day.
yeah, because it's got salt in it.
Exactly. It's got salt and it's got liquid.
Yeah.
This is where Gatorade comes in, says Froggy. I don't know, does Gatorade contain that much salt?
No,
Alkaline?
Gatorade contains isotopes to replenish your salts.
Ah, okay. But yeah, you definitely do need some. The electrolytes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I add salt to my water. Well, so here's the thing, right? You know sour milk? I like sour milk. You know, especially on warm days. It's nice and refreshing. However, when I'm in Turkey, I don't drink it. They call it ayran over there. It's not sour, it's salt.
Right.
It's
Okay.
being drank a lot by the people there, which I can understand. It being like subtropical and everything,
Yeah.
depending on where you are in Turkey. But yeah, although yeah, I don't like the taste of it. It's like it's freaking sour milk. It should be sour. It shouldn't be salt. So yeah,
Yeah, but I don't like soured milk. Just ick.
I don't like
You.
it.
Eek.
I like the taste of it. But hey, that's me. For each its own.
So, where are we up to
Okay.
next? Sorry.
So added the depth bench kitchen salting function, I reckon. Small increase in volume to salt bench craft audio, so you can hear when it's done.
Okay.
Remove the animation in salting station UI which reference object that doesn't exist, and clean up the blueprint logic.
Nice.
Remove the second close button that did nothing. Yeah, if a button doesn't do anything, then why is it even in there, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I've got fixing salting bench, adding salting station icon, remove. Oh, that's a good one. Remove salt from salting station recipe.
Okay.
Hmm. That would be. That's going to be a bit of a bit difficult. You can't salt stuff on the salting table if there's no salt in there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, it is like you need to add salt to salt your foods. Should have what did it say in the description? You put the stuff in the salting bench, and if there's any salt in it, it will automatically salt it.
Yeah.
If I'm looking at the salting station, it only has one inventory slot.
Well, maybe you've got to make sure you put salt in it first.
Ah, I see. It has two slots actually, but it looks like it's an input and an output. You put the food in the output slot, so to say. And salt in the input slot. No idea where it's gonna put the salted food though. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm in the game and looking at the salting station.
Yeah. It'll.
Preparation for gameplay. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope you can't salt fish curry. Salted fish.
And then
We
Jason
can't
says,
dry
don't
fish.
understand.
True,
Yeah.
true. There is no fish
Be able to
recipe in the
dry
drying rack.
fish. There
Yeah,
should
make the
be.
right cut or something.
Yeah. You should be able to dry fish because it would be fish jerky basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
unfortunate there is no such thing as dried fish. Okay.
Okay. Fair enough. If you insist. Okay. Where are we at?
So fixed salting bench measurable entry, not referencing the deployable context. Yeah, here's your salting bench. Good luck deploying it.
Yeah.
I'm glad I fixed that.
Yeah. That would
Fixed the
be a bit.
weight on
Yes.
the salting bench itemable.
Okay.
Yeah,
Adding salt to voxel distribution, hooking up textures, materials, etc. So they've added it to the list of voxels you can mine.
yeah. Another thing is, if you're in a location where you just regenerated everything using the thumper,
Yeah.
where the salt fox is gonna spawn? Because it's in the same pool as oxide, silica sulfur.
Well, it said along the bottom of cliffs and mountains.
Yeah, but it's in the same pool as
Yeah.
oxide, silica, sulfur. So if all the voxels are there already, how are you gonna get salt? It means you have to mine voxels and then deploy a thumper again in order to get your salt.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Well, we can test it. We could test it.
We will. No, no doubt about that.
Okay. Fix conifer outside salt spawn weight. Okay.
Conifer
Glad they fixed it.
outside. Might be like how the salt nodes look.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Jason says it'll most likely switch out some voxels on the first load.
I'm not too sure about that, Jason. Maybe, hopefully. Also, I have no idea what the weighting of the salt is gonna be in the pool. Like, oxide has the most weight, obviously. I have no idea how much weight the salt will have.
It might be along the same weight as sulfur.
So as much salt as you get sulfur, maybe. We'll see. And don't worry, I found already a single salt node, so at least we can have a look at it in the open world.
Okay.
Wow, I found a second one. I'm gonna mine one. Right, they're pretty pink indeed. The first time I saw it, I was like, "Hey, is this aluminum?" So why is it doing outside a cave? So I
Oh, is
went
it
up to it,
pink
and
salt?
then I saw, oh, it's salt.
Oh, it's pink salt,
Uh,
is it?
well,
Cool.
the voxel itself is pinkish indeed. If you
Yeah,
mine
well,
it,
pink. I
you
like
get
that.
bags of salt.
I
You
like
don't
that.
get salt chunks, but you get bags of salt.
Okay. Well, pink salt's supposed to be
Salted
better for you
flatbread.
anyway.
Can we make salted flatbread? Okay, pickled carrots you can't salt. They are already salted.
Yeah, well, don't be doing too much of that off stream because I'm gonna have to be gonna have to be doing it for testing anyway. So we've got to test it for
No
science. So
worries.
leave it alone.
No worries.
Alrighty. Reduce the amount of
Let's see.
food preserved per piece of salt to 1 pair from 5 pair.
So initially you needed 5 salt for one food item, and now 1 salt for one food item.
Good. Lowered spoil time reduction on preserved items from to 2 times from 3 times. So they took it down from 3 to 2. Half
Half the frequency of salt in the world.
Obviously
So,
too much.
yeah, you didn't get enough other stuff no more.
Yeah. Set salt station to core.
Not sure what they mean with setting it to core.
Well, it's only tier 2, so it's a pretty core item. You can get it really early on.
Then I would have expected them to say set it to tier 2 or something.
Well, I don't know, but I'm just throwing the thoughts out there. Added salt icon to itemable data table. Well, that's good. We like that. At least we know what it looks like now. Preserved food spoil item visualization now incorporates stats into visualization. Okay, good.
The preserved stat is indeed being added to the pop-up if you hover over a food item.
Cool. Okay. Updating inventory item widget to fix spoilage time. Nice. We like that.
Now I wonder, did they do the same for like the fridge and stuff?
Yeah, well, they
Oh
might.
yeah, the fridge dried stringy meat in the fridge now properly shows you a spoil timer of 55,000 seconds.
Okay.
55 freaking K, that's a lot.
Yeah. The salt adulteration is now called preserved.
Yeah, preserved instead of salted.
Yeah.
Is it called preserved? Yes, it's called preserved. Jason says this should double the primes you can eat. Well, depends, Jason. If the actual food buff is still the same, then it doesn't matter whether you eat the salted or the unsalted version.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure it'll increase the amount of different food items you can eat at one given time.
Okay. The last four are all about the deep freeze. They added
Yep.
deep freeze. They added the icon to the itemable table. They added the text to the item, and they fixed the deep freeze talent.
Again, blueprint.
Yeah. Okay. So that moves us on to fixed.
So, fix several dropship spawners being located too close still to trees on Olympus and Styx. Being too close, I thought they made it so it knocks over trees if it lands too close, but I can be mistaken there.
Yeah, well, I think that was mentioned last week.
Yeah, and actually mentioned here in the fixes as well. But okay.
Okay.
Added a tool to detect and select dropships with trees too close, more for the devs, not really for the players.
Yeah.
Added more logging to identify which UMG the game thinks is open when it isn't, thus stopping mouse input on death. Also refreshes when you open a new menu. Well, they were talking about this last week already as well.
Yeah.
Basically, continuation of that.
Mm-hmm.
This is a nice one. Improve the fireplace chimney smoke effect, increasing the thickness and height of the smoke plume and distance it can be seen from.
Good.
Remember where I was like, you can hardly see the smoke from the chimney?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like what smoke? Where?
Exactly.
You can see a geyser further away.
It does indeed show the smoke a bit better. Still not, so you need to know where you're looking for, but it's better.
Yeah. Okay.
And nice, if you stand right next to the chimney cap, you see the little soot particles come out as well.
Nice.
That's a nice detail. I like that.
Okay. Increased stack size of pickled carrots to match other items stored in glass jars, like jam.
I have no idea what the stack size currently is. Oh, still 10. Is it? Hold on. I see. Do this, do that. And then it used to be 10 for the carrots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have 13 jars of pickled carrots. They're all in one stack now.
Okay.
So no idea how much it can stack. For that to test, I need to make a bit more jars and pickle some more carrots and stuff.
Okay.
Well, we can do that. There's no problem there.
Alrighty. Fixed bug where ores regenerated using the thumper weren't requiring the correct tier of pickaxe to be mined.
Oops. So where
Dang
previously
it! I
was an
wish we'd
iron
noticed
node.
that.
Yeah. So if you previously had an iron node, it regenerated into
Titanium.
a titanium node. You could still use it mine it with a stone pickaxe.
Yeah.
Uh,
Dang. Wish I'd have noticed that
well,
one.
you say dang. On the other side, I'm glad I fixed that because yeah, you shouldn't be able to mine titanium with an iron, sorry, with a stone pickaxe. So yeah.
Yeah.
Question suggestion: can you use the thumper on missions? As far as I know,
Yes.
Jason, yes, you can.
As long as you've got time to build it.
Time and resources, yes. So the mission we started yesterday, actually, we are kind of planning on building a thumper at some point, just for more fun content and also to like regen some ore if we need to. But hey, since that mission is a building mission, it's going to be a tad boring and easy. We're like, yeah, why don't we just go forth and build a thumper?
Yeah. Righty.
Small expense when you go for tier 4 buildables. Well, a rather big expense. Because you need composites. You need composites to build, so it does mean you need the material processor and the electric fridge, the electric furnace. Sorry. So you still have to tag up all the way to composites to get yourself the thumper. That sucks, yeah. But then again, it is a pretty powerful device, and the rewards are pretty good. So, sure, it costs you quite a bit to get there to make it.
But if
But
you've got to
it's
go
worth
tier
it.
4 anyway, why not?
Yeah.
You know.
So, I mean, it shouldn't be like, okay, you know what, all you need is like 5 iron and 2 copper, and then there's your thumper. Because then it would be like too easy to make, and yeah, no. Like I said, I'm glad they made it so you need quite a lot of resources. In my opinion, is better that way.
Yeah, it doesn't it doesn't lose its value then. It's like exotics.
Yeah, I mean, look at what you get back from the thumper.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm fine with it costing a lot of resources, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. It shouldn't be too cheap, I don't think.
Exactly.
Alrighty. Fixed hang when incorrect password is entered when joining a server.
Oh, that's good.
Haven't had that problem. So
It's dedicated server, so yeah.
yeah.
We haven't had that issue.
Yeah. Froggy says, and the fun to kill a land shark. Absolutely, those things look so
Oh yeah.
cool. And
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you've got to go to tier 4 anyway, you might as well go for a thumper, because you only need shotguns to take care of
The land shark.
the land sharks anyway. So they're not hard to kill.
Exactly.
So it's a lot of fun actually. I love those guys. They're so cool. Okay. When player dropship topples trees, make the spread of toppled trees more radial.
See,
Okay.
so if you
Yeah.
land too close to trees, it should. Yeah, maybe with the fixed spawners being located too close, maybe they like, if you land here, it will like topple over the trees.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they meant.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Fixed a few typos in item names and descriptions. Don't read them too particularly often.
No, me neither.
Fixed a typo in cooking bench description. Kind of surprised I didn't catch that, because we do use a cooking bench quite a lot. But hey
You
ho,
do. Yeah.
glad they fixed it. That was nice, good, cool. This next one's yours.
Fix the offset of the concrete frame destructible mesh so it doesn't move position when swapping to the destructible mesh. So they fixed the offset of the destructible mesh so it doesn't move position when swapping to the destructible mesh. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Small
If you say
update.
so.
Yes, small update to dropship textures. Alrighty, cool. Nice. This is for the Landshark. Fixed bug where Landshark world position wasn't updating for clients when it went underground and resurfaced somewhere else.
Haven't we had that where I was like, can't you see that? We had that where
Yeah.
you couldn't see the land shark and I could.
Yeah, we definitely had that. And then fixed bug where land shark spit melee attacks were being dealt to clients who weren't able to see the worm. Oh, I definitely had that.
Yep, 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 definitely.
Yeah, I got spat at twice because I couldn't see that guy. I had no idea where he was.
So yeah, they fixed that. Good.
Good, glad. All right, next one's yours.
So to fix the cause of some of the error 65s. This was being caused by a malformed package being received by the net connection during level transitions on dedicated servers. Not yeah, error 65s are way more common than the level transitions only, but hey, at least they found out the wrong, as they
Yeah,
call them, malformed packets. Well, basically packets with wrong info in them.
yeah,
I'm glad they found it out and they fixed it as well.
good.
That's good.
Okay. And the next?
So let's see. Change the equalizers query for collection, retrieval, and delivery ports to bias closer to the querier, quest, deployable, etc., but still factor the player distance. Uh, say, for example, the let's see, which one was it? The crazed creature dynamic quest.
Yeah.
You have the mission board where you request the mission, and then you have the animal spawning a distance away.
Mm-hmm.
If you kill the animal, the reward pod landed close to you, not necessarily close to your mission board,
Yeah.
which I found handy. So looks like they did some more tweaking on the distance where the pods come down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
like the bullet point below, change the equalizers
yeah.
query for reward
And the
pods to
one below
select
it.
between player distance and query distance.
Yeah.
And the min-max distances for the queries on some quests so that the pods spawn closer.
Yeah. So they're all related. Good. Glad they're working on it. Fix an issue with Sentry report submission.
Yeah, Sentry support. A Sentry report. I don't know,
Okay.
is that the I have an issue, like the report an issue button thingy?
No idea. No
I don't know.
idea. But they fixed it, so that's good. Uh, increased many dynamic quest location minimum distance as they are now correctly biased towards the active objective. So that's to do with your dropship location again, I think.
I don't know the dropship location though. Like there is the within two map grids where your mission objective is gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The minimum is then now correctly biased towards the active objective. I
Okay.
don't know. Well, they tweaked something about the dynamic quests. Let's put it
Okay.
that way.
Okay. Rotate the shape used by dropship spawn probes by 45 degrees to allow more room for players to get out.
Okay. Yeah, why not?
Alrighty.
And then you'll run into the problem where the tree is not right in front of, but on a 45-degree angle from the dropship, and then you still run into the issue like, oops, I can't get out. But hey, who cares? Like 45 degrees, if you assume a not an isometric map but a square grid, then yeah, the 45 degrees could make the necessary difference. True.
Okay. Alrighty. Slightly extend the radius from the dropship for trees that will be blown over by dropships. Well, we've covered that above.
Uh,
Extend dropship spawn query rather than using point traces. Okay.
Again, has to do with where the dropships come down.
Yeah. Added search area for dynamic hunt mission. Kills outside this area still count towards the objective, but this gives players an area to search for additional spawns.
Yeah, those are the hunting dynamic missions.
Yeah, so
They're
like
they're
when
always hard because like there is like kill 50 wolves for example, then there will be an area where there is an increased spawn of those animals.
mm-hmm.
Uh, that was rather hard to find. At least it'll now show you where the like here's look in this area for the better spawn rates.
Yeah, and it also means that if you do actually wander from the forest into the Arctic biome, it may actually still count that you're killing wolves.
No, there's a difference between conifer wolves and snow wolves.
Yeah,
Different animal.
well,
But if you kill wolves one map graded over in the forest biome than the search area, it will still count. There will be less wolves, but it'll still count.
yeah,
But at least you have an idea of where you have to look for the increased spawn rate.
yeah, okay,
Which is handy because I've done hunting missions taking me hours to find the necessary animals, the amount of animals necessary, I have to say.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that they at least now give you, I mean, still, how big will the search area? Something I have to check. For that, we need to try and get on hunting mission,
Mm-hmm.
but should be doable.
Okay. Alrighty, on the next one, please.
Say, added new dedicated server commands for debugging voxels, the dump voxel state and the dump voxel target commands. A dedicated server which we don't use, neither of us. But for troubleshooting, debugging, it's handy that they added these commands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Change the replicated voxel data to be grouped together. This should prevent desync if data is received out of order due to packet loss. With possible the out of sync issues with the voxels as a result.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm glad they fixed this.
Okay.
But then again, due to packet loss, if TCP, if they're using TCP traffic, they should just generate a resend package.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I haven't received this IP packet. Can you please send it again?
Yeah.
If, however, they use UDP, yeah, a packet not received is a packet lost.
Yeah.
It has no retransmit function, UDP,
Mm-hmm.
but it's more technical.
Okay. And this one again is a repeat pretty much of the several above it that we went over.
Yep.
So we can skip that one. Now we're on to future content. So here we find the interesting bits. And
So added bone armor materials, ML textures and mesh pack. We're gonna get a new armor? Bone armor? Nice. 6th bullet point.
got it.
Actually, a couple of them above. There's the second one about bone armor. So they added the materials and the one you selected, the audio loop for the bone armor. Cool, we're getting a new armor. I wonder where that will be positioned though.
Yeah.
Somewhere between leather and composites, I'd say. Maybe between leather and hunter. I don't know. Bone would give you more physical protection than leather, I'd say.
Yeah, more projectile.
Projectile, I don't know.
No.
I don't know. So
Hmm.
bone armor, one would say bone pieces tied together, which
Yeah.
has weak points against projectile. Yeah, if a projectile hits in between bone pieces. Probably new set for the advanced armor table, says Jason. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Texas bench, I'd say. Because for like a basic bone armor, you don't need electricity to make. All you need is some rope and some bones. Very basically.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it for
That
me this
sounds.
points towards a new armor type.
Yeah, that sounds really cool,
Ah,
doesn't it? Alrighty. Where are we going
uh,
now?
let's see. Some more Lava Hunter animations. I saw some more adding Lava Hunter super heavy attack movement event notify. Super heavy attack. Okay.
Oh, super heavy attack.
Yeah.
How? That sounds painful.
And 6 bullet points below. More about the Lava Hunter. Quick egg lay deposit sound. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Lava Hunter gonna be a spider-ish? Now I'm giving you
Uh-oh.
nightmares again.
Uh-oh.
Eh,
Oh no.
or yeah, or maybe it's one of them worm thingies, sort of type of worm. Because we had this one mission in Styx where we had to destroy them eggs. They were guarded by by cave worms, big cave worms.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe the lava hunter is just a worm.
Yeah.
I hope for the spider, but
Yeah. That would be a relief, I would say.
if it's a spider, yes, I know.
No, if it's a worm.
Yeah, well, we'll have to wait and see.
We will, yes. Okay, what are we looking at next?
Adding variables to the weather and atmosphere controllers for ash, hail, embers, acid rain, and smoke, so they
Oh,
can be included in new weather events.
oh shit.
Uh,
Ash is going to be like snow, but it's going to make it harder to breathe. Embers, like fire, is going to be really hot. Acid rain, it's going to eat through your shit.
yeah,
And smoke means it's going to be very difficult to see.
yeah. I mean, for breathing, aren't we supposed to use oxide for breathing? So for breathing shouldn't be an issue, right?
Yeah, but
Like Jason said, we're in a spacesuit.
yeah,
But
but
then again, you
maybe
have the whole cave debuff thingy, yeah, and the
yeah,
pneumonia. So yeah.
maybe you actually use slightly more oxygen as a result of these weather things. I don't
Well,
know.
another option would be there is oxygen in the air, but not enough for humans. So you need oxide to replenish it, like to add more oxygen to the air you breathe in, which would also explain how you could get pneumonia when in a cave.
Yeah,
So you can breathe the outside air. You just have to add some additional oxygen. Ash might weigh down
yeah,
on roofs like snow, says Jason. Yeah, true, true.
that's a very good point,
Yeah.
actually.
And the embers might start forest fires or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So hail gonna be damaging your base as well. I do hope concrete will still be safe though.
Well, yeah, I
But
mean,
acid
concrete
rain,
doesn't burn. It doesn't, you know, concrete's.
Jason said, like we need more fires. I know, right? If it is gonna start forest fires, well, let's put it this way. As soon as we get a device to regenerate the flora, it should be fine. Uh, it will also that will then also mitigate the effect, the performance decrease caused by forest fires, the burning trees. So in that regards, as soon as they fix that, as soon as they like make the flora regenerable, or however you want to say it, it should alleviate the performance drain caused by the forest fires, and then the more fires should also cause less lag. If you're close to it and it has to like calculate all the fire, yes, but once it's over, it should be fine again, hopefully.
Yeah,
In
Jason
that
says
case, I'm like embers causing forest fires. Sure, it will be temporary lag during the fire itself, like we have right now,
yeah,
but it shouldn't be too bad, hopefully.
yeah. Jason says the lag fire causes sucks. You're
I know.
absolutely right, especially if you Carl, who can't even
Um,
stand to be anywhere near an open fire, an open campfire.
yeah. I mean, it's so bad. One time, my computer, or not my computer, but the game crashed when we were fighting a forest fire. I was running a
Yeah,
single-digit FPS,
yeah,
and then the game just basically gave up.
yep,
Yes,
yep.
Jason, Carlos using AMD. I offered him a nice 3070 Ti. He was like, nah, I'll just go for an AMD again. Hey, his choice.
Yeah.
Frog says, I think once a fire hits, we should get regenerated trees after fire. We are still waiting for the device to regenerate flora, Froggy. They promised us, we got the first device regenerating voxels. They also promised us a device to regenerate flora.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, but
Alrighty.
acid rain
That's
could
not gonna
be
that's not gonna be
damaging concrete
fun.
as well.
That's not gonna be fun.
I know, right? Like destroy your spacesuit when you're outside.
Yeah.
Destroy or damage even concrete building pieces. Building pieces.
Oh man.
In which case, I
And
do hope
and
we
and
get yet
and
another
and
buildable to.
we're gonna create brand new characters and walk straight into that shit.
Yeah, of course,
Oh my god.
of course. Yeah, I know.
Wow. Okay. Um, fix biome and storm music not playing correctly. Needed to fix broken BP node exec connections caused by a weather controller function being made constant and defaulting to blueprint pure.
Biome and storm music not playing correctly. Maybe for clients, I don't know. I don't recall, but then again, I didn't even know every biome had its own music.
No,
I don't know.
me neither. Me neither. I tend to have the music, not particularly loud, but enough that I can hear the aggro if I need it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Added cave
And
entrance for
case
the.
for it, yeah. For the volcanic biome, does it mean this will be underground? Or does this mean like a very secluded area like the Ring Lake?
It might be more like the caves in the desert where it has lava instead of water.
Maybe, I don't know. It's a biome.
Okay. Added the rest of cave entrances events for new biomes. Nice. Okie dokie.
Updated enzyme cannon textures.
Ooh.
Huh? Enzyme cannon? Uh, hmm. So, enzyme cannon, a cannon that shoots enzymes for whatever reason. Do we need to do geysers to get the enzymes to shoot them from the cannons?
Possibly.
It would give an extra reason to do the geysers.
Yeah.
We just
But
need to
then
make
but
a
then
ton
what
of
the what
wooden fortifications, but
what the hell do you use the enzyme cannon for?
I have no idea.
What the hell is going to be that big?
Lava Hunter? I don't know. It wanna be
Uh-oh.
interesting if you get missions where you have to build an enzyme cannon which you need to power with condensed enzymes for which you need to do enzyme geysers.
It
This
also
mission will
makes
then
it
automatically give you extra exotics.
It
but will
also
take a lot more time and resources.
it also makes me wonder whether or not in this next DLC we might get an increase to the tier system for the blueprints, like we might get tier 5.
I don't know, maybe.
Because they have said previous to now that the tier system wasn't intended to stop at 4.
But that means if you do a new character, whew, we have to level up 4 tiers before we can get to the tier specific for the new DLC. oh. Will it? Yeah, of course. You should be able to start with a level 0 character in a new DLC.
Yeah, but that's
It,
we've
it
been
might be
relying
hard,
on
but
knowledge and skill and
yeah,
everything that
but
we've taken from what we know already. So
well, as long
and
as
it and it
you,
and we may
as
get there and it may all be worth absolutely jack shit.
well, as long as you don't require stuff from the tier 5 to survive. I don't know.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be interesting, challenging,
Certainly.
interesting.
Certainly.
Me
So
likey.
what's next up?
Yeah, the rest is meh.
Refractor. Okay. Music. Nav mesh. Okay. I think we're done. I'm not really seeing anything else there for.
Nope. Same here.
No, the only thing I'm actually seeing would be that one. Add lava light preview support to WT Winter's river spline tooling.
Uh,
So there's
yeah,
a lava light is basically what's that
yeah. Lava
coming.
rivers generating light.
Yeah. So we're pretty
Yeah,
much done then, ain't we?
we are.
Alrighty. Well, that brings us right to the bottom of the week 64 update, which was all about food preparations and further dropship tweaks.
So basically, the new things here till they are salt deep freeze.
Yes,
Salt in a deep freeze.
yes, which we will test in subsequent gameplay, which is going to be coming right after this.
Quarter past 9.
Make it 20 past, if you don't mind. I'd like to say thank you to Froggy and Jason and Michael Stevenson for joining us and being active in the chat. I also thank anybody else who has joined us and not been active in the chat. Don't feel pressurized to talk, peeps. It's just, feel free to ask a question, put your tuppence worth in. That's what it's there for. I appreciate it, each and every one of you, and also appreciate Gao for keeping on top of the Discord server. So thank you very much to you for doing that. We will see you in 20 minutes for the subsequent gameplay. So until then, it's good night from me.
And good night from her.
And we will see you very shortly for subsequent gameplay. And remember, peeps, it's a dangerous world out there. Please take care of yourselves and each other. Good night.